This week on Real Life with Type 2 Diabetes. On a cloud in the sky. Caffeine is an issue for me. I'm confused. I'm giving up on trying to figure it out. If I can do it with food, I'm gonna try. 5.6. Good morning. It is week number 7. Day 1. It's Monday morning. It's about 11:30 a.m. And so far today, I've just had a coffee. And I am going to check my blood sugars now, and then I'm going to go have lunch because I'm hungry and I haven't eaten anything yet. Still experimenting with eating in the morning sometimes or not eating in the mornings. But a little update from last week. If you remember, I'm no longer testing any products as I think it was affecting my blood sugars. This week, I am going to continue to try and eat cleaner, less sweeteners, sugars. I only have sweetener in my coffee on the weekends, so Monday to Friday is just coffee, maybe with some collagen in it, 1 tablespoon of cream. I do add cinnamon to my coffee. I still haven't figured out what I'm going to be eating tonight, but for lunch today I'm going to have 2 hot dogs wrapped in bacon and made in the air fryer. And that's it. So I haven't eaten anything else yet today. So I'm going to check my blood sugars now and see where we're at for starting the week off. I'm going to be doing 2 recipe videos. I might be making, a cake for my partner's birthday, so that'll be one of my recipes. It's coming up to Easter soon, so I might I'll let you know if I change my mind. Try and make an Easter cream chocolate cake for the birthday, and since it's Easter. So currently for morning blood sugars, I'm at 8.0, which is usually expected in the mornings for me. Like I said, I was gonna make a chocolate Easter cream cake. Trying to figure out if I can make it sugar-free. And then I might make something a little, because that's a lot of time consuming making that cake. My second recipe might just be something like asparagus, air-fried asparagus, or maybe bacon-wrapped asparagus in the air fryer with some Parmesan shavings on it. Just because when I do a more complicated recipe, my second recipe I like to keep a little simpler because I shoot both in the same day. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube yet, you might want it so that you can have access to all my new recipes whenever I post them. Today's lunch is a bacon wrapped hot dog and cheese folio wrapped hot dog. Hey, just came back in from a walk. Gonna check my blood sugars. It's about 3 p.m. So I was doing a little bit of work today and went for a walk, and now I'm gonna start prepping for dinner shortly. I took out some chicken wings, so I'm gonna have wings tonight and maybe a salad. Currently my numbers are at 7.7. Okay, it's almost 5 p.m. and I'm gonna shut it down for the rest of the night. I've been working all day, so I'm just going to rest up and have dinner and then maybe watch some TV, and that's it. It's daylight savings this week, so I didn't sleep that well last night, so might be in bed a little early tonight. But I'm gonna check my blood sugars. Not bad, 6.4 today. That's good. I like seeing the numbers in the 6s before dinner. Let's hope the rest of the week stays that way. Good morning. It is week number 7, day 2. It's about 11:30 a.m. I've been up since around 8, since daylight savings time. It's a little darker in the morning, so I usually like to get up around 7, but now that it's a little darker, it's harder to get out of bed. I am doing a little experiment this morning, and I'm cutting back on the caffeine. There's been a few people suggesting maybe cutting back on the caffeine to see if that helps lower your morning blood sugars. It's really hard for me to give up caffeine or coffee. It's something I've been having for breakfast since I was very young. Coming from an Italian family, we started having coffee for breakfast when we were 5 or 6 years old. So it's a normal thing for me. So to remove it completely will be difficult if I do decide to do that. But today I decided to cut back. I usually have 2 shots in my coffee of espresso, and today I only had 1 shot. So I'm cutting back slowly because I know if I cut back cold turkey, I will get headaches. I'll have withdrawals. Caffeine's like a drug. In any case, I haven't checked my blood sugars yet today, so I'm going to do that, and we'll see where we're at. I've already started editing some videos. Today I started editing the chicken fajita recipe that's coming out this week, and next I will be editing why am I forgetting the other recipe? Oh, yes, I'll also be editing the peanut butter pie recipe. I'm not sure if it's a peanut butter pie or a cheesecake. I haven't come up with the name yet, but something to do with peanut butter and cream cheese. So blood sugars this morning, 9.8. That's still pretty high. I guess cutting back on the caffeine didn't really help, but it might be a long-term thing. I'm also gonna, so I did change the needle on my 4S6. I did put on hand cream today, but I made sure I washed my hands. But just for the sake of me, I'm gonna try the Neo Precision as well today. 7.2. Definitely a difference between the two. And again, I never learn from my mistakes. Is never test with 2 different machines at the same time, because you're going to get different numbers, and then you're not going to know which one is accurate. I'd prefer the 7.2 to be more accurate, but is it? I don't know. Did cutting back the coffee help? And it's actually 7.2? I don't know. I'm going to test the Fora again. Let's see now it's 8.7. So, different hands, different machines, they're all different. Let's just say average. I'm probably at an 8 right now. And for my lunch today is 3 eggs fried in butter, 3 slices of bacon in the air fryer, and 2 slices of the carbonate bread with butter on top. It's almost 8 p.m. and I haven't eaten yet, and I don't think I'm gonna eat. I had that big lunch. I had the 3 eggs with the 3 slices of bacon and some toast, and so I'm not really hungry, so I'm not gonna have dinner. I did go for a walk. 6.0, that's good. And I'm not eating dinner, so I should be 6.0 or less all night, which is great. So I'll check in with you tomorrow morning. Good morning. It is day 3 of week 7. And I'm having a sausage and egg McMuffin from McDonald's without the muffin. Just because I'm out on the road doing some shopping early this morning and I got hungry. I just got back in from shopping. It's almost noon. I just had a coffee this morning. 1 shot of coffee. I'm limiting my caffeine still, and I went out shopping, and as I went out, as I showed you, I had a breakfast sandwich without the muffin. And today I'm going to be shooting recipes I'm doing a chocolate cake, and probably, oh, not bad, 6.9. It's before noon. That's pretty good, actually, being before noon for a morning blood sugar. 6.9, that's great. And I'm probably going to be doing asparagus French fries, which are baked in the oven and breaded. So I'll share that recipe with you as well. It is day 4 of week 7, and it's noon, and I had a coffee this morning, and I had a pepperoni stick so far, and I'm just going to check my blood sugars right now to see how we're doing. The rest of the day, I actually am going out for a walk to the marina today because it's supposed to be warm. Tonight, I'm probably having Indian food for dinner, as it's my partner's birthday and that's what they want for dinner. Made asparagus fries. They were so good. I can't wait to share the recipe with you. It'll be linked down below. Blood sugar's around noon today, and it's 7.7, which is okay for me for a noon blood sugar reading. Hey, just back from a walk. I ended up actually fasting today without even thinking about it. Just was so busy I haven't eaten. And we're having dinner later tonight around 7. It's currently 4:30 p.m. So I'm going to fast until dinner. I'm just going to check my blood work, and then I'm going to sign off for the rest of the day. And we are at 5.6. Not bad. I'm assuming it's because I've been fasting. I'm going to check my other glucose monitor. 7.8 there. 7.8 and 5.6. I'm confused. That's over 2-point difference. So which one do I go with? If you have the same issues with your monitors, comment below and let me know your secrets if you have any. Because, you know, maybe the secret is to not use 2 monitors and just stick with one. But if they're so far off, how do I know the monitor I'm using is actually accurate? Diabetic problems. I'm giving up on trying to figure it out. I'm just going to test and go from there. So we'll see you tomorrow. Hey, good morning. It is week 7, day number 5. It's a Friday. And I already went for my walk this morning. I did go nice and early because sometimes I realize when I don't go for a walk first thing, I end up getting busy during the day and then I don't end up going for my walk. So I'm learning that it's best to do it first thing in the morning. Otherwise, some days I just don't do it. So that's hopefully my goal, 8.5. So we'll check in later today to see what my numbers are. I'm not surprised it's still 8.5. It's still early in the morning. However, last night I did have some Indian food. I had a little bit of white rice. I had garlic butter naan. And I had some chicken and veggie pakora. So it was a lot higher in carbs last night, although we were celebrating a birthday. So once in a while I do go off track and enjoy some other foods that are higher in carbs. However, the following day, as today, I know to go get back on track and just continue eating low carb foods that help me keep my blood sugars low. Hello, I am back, and just an update. I did have lunch today. I had 2 hot dogs made in the air fryer, wrapped in cheese folio wraps. I just had another coffee. I was craving coffee today. I'm not sure why, even though I'm trying to do this caffeine experiment where I'm drinking less caffeine. And an update, yesterday I told you I was making a cake, an Easter Creme Cake. It was a birthday cake, and we had it last night, and sadly it was a fail. So I'm not sure I'm going to post that recipe. However, I did make those asparagus fries, and those were out of this world. I actually looking forward to making them again. So with the cake, it just didn't taste, it didn't taste bad, it just didn't taste great. So I'm not happy with it. So there's lots of cake left, and I'm gonna sort of repurpose it, if that's possible. I'm gonna try and crumble it up and then shape it into a flat sheet pan and maybe add some other things to it and turn it into brownies or some kind of bars. And if I do that and it works, I'll let you know. Otherwise, you're never gonna see it. Today is Friday, and you know what that means for me. If you've been watching my videos each week, Friday nights are steak nights for me. I always look forward to having a steak every Friday. If it was up to me, I'd probably have a steak every night of the week, but some people in this household don't want steak every night. Currently, my blood sugars are 8.2. What does that mean? Caffeine is an issue for me since I had another coffee this afternoon. And my blood sugars are still high around 4 p.m. I'm assuming it's my coffee. So again, we'll need to monitor that again. We'll continue doing that next week. And monitor the coffee. I'm going to try and limit it again for just half, so just a single shot in the mornings, and see if that helps lowering my blood sugars. Sadly today, it's always when it gets close to the weekend, like a Friday, I want a little more of coffee for some reason. It's almost like, you know, some people on the weekends enjoy a drink or a beer or a few beers or a few drinks. I like to enjoy a little bit more coffee on the weekend. So I'll try and monitor that and keep an eye on that. Next week I'm going to be changing things up a little bit. I will continue to check my blood sugars for you, but I may add some other tips and suggestions as well as I continue to manage my blood sugars with food only and without medications. If you have any comments or ideas or suggestions that you would like me to talk about more of, please let me know down below in the comments, as I always want to hear back from you, so that I can make these videos more informational. I don't just want it to be me checking my blood sugar and telling you how good or bad I'm doing. But again, I am managing my blood sugars without medication, so there's going to be those days where they're high, they're low, they're all over the place. But for the most part, being in the 7s and 6s, and I don't often check in the evenings with you, and usually in the evenings my blood sugars are around the 6 to 7 range. And again, doctors do try to medicate people to get to 7. So we'll see. Hopefully my HbA1c, when I do it, it'll be under 7. If not, I'll continue to see what I'm going to do, and I may have to readjust, and eventually I may have to go back on medication. But, you know, if I can do it with food, I'm going to try. Good morning. It is day 6 of week 7. It is still, it's almost noon. It's about 11:45. And so far this morning, I've had my coffee, and I just had a pepperoni stick because I was feeling hungry. Yeah, morning blood sugar, 8.4. Good morning, it is week 7, day 7, last day of the week. It's a beautiful sunny day today. I'm gonna go out for a walk and hopefully spend more time outdoors, but I'm also shooting a second recipe video because the Easter Creme Cake that I made was a fail. So I thought I'd do a second recipe video, and I am making a creamy ginger asparagus soup. Since it is springtime, asparagus is in season. And so my first recipe is a asparagus fries, which is probably one of my favorite appetizers lately. With the cake that I had left over, I did try to repurpose it. I'm still waiting to see if it turns out, but I made some kind of bread pudding with it, kind of like coffee flavors. I'm going to check my blood sugars and then I'm going to get moving for the rest of the day. I'm going to shoot my recipe video for the asparagus soup, and then I'm going to spend the rest of the day outside because it is sunny and beautiful. Next week, as I said, I'm going to be changing it up a bit. I'm probably going to be making these videos shorter because I realize not everyone wants to spend half an hour watching a video or more. I'm also not going to be testing as much. You know, I'm getting a lot of feedback from people, not only through YouTube but other social channels, is try not to worry about your numbers so much because your A1C is going to be what matters. So if your blood sugars spike once in a while to 10, it's not a regular thing, and therefore not to worry about it. Just like this morning, it's only 10:30 a.m. and I'm at 10.5. But again, I always find during the day it goes down. By mid-afternoon or by just before dinner it goes down again, and then it stays down overnight until I wake up in the morning. So the big spikes that happen once in a while, you know, are not something I should be worrying about, but you know, I don't like seeing those numbers. However, we're still going to see what my A1C is going to be at. So that's in 5 weeks. I'm going to get that test done. So the next 5 videos after this will be weekly videos as well, but they'll be shorter. I'll just sort of summarize how the week went with my numbers, and what I ate, and we'll go from there. So today is 10.5, but this morning for breakfast I did have a higher carb breakfast. I had 2 pieces of toast, the carbonate bread with peanut butter and sugar-free jam spread on it, plus a full cup of coffee because I wanted my caffeine. Weekends I splurge a little more. However, for lunch I might just have some of that soup, and for dinner I might have some, I'm probably gonna take out of the freezer some beef short ribs, just simmered probably in a curry sauce, which is mostly cream based and butter based. Getting in my walk on a cloud in the sky. At least 1 hour today. Hey, just back from my walk. I went for over an hour, trying to zigzag up and down every street so I get over an hour walking. Sometimes it's a little hard in small communities because you sometimes have to double back down the street in order to get a longer walk in. But I'm gonna check my blood sugars. 7.4. Not bad for 2 p.m. I guess. So that's it for this week. If you do have any comments, please comment below. I'd love to hear how you're managing your blood sugar. If you're doing it without meds, with meds, you know, I can manage my blood sugars with meds probably pretty good, and I have in the past. However, you know, I'm interested in seeing how someone else may be managing their blood sugars without medication and what you're doing that seems to work. I'd love to hear from you, and if there's anything else that you'd like to see each week, do let me know. And if you know someone that can benefit from these videos, please do share it with them. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. That'll help you get notified anytime I release a new video. And I'm gonna do a few shorter videos this coming week as well. Not just recipes, I'm thinking of some other ideas also, but I'm also gonna do these weekly videos every Sunday. I'm gonna release them as well. So thanks for following along with me, and we'll see you next week.